Tonight, we sit down to talk with Alaina Blair. Did I say it right? Is it
Yes,
Alaina?
yes.
I've got Alaina
Correct.
Blair in studio with us. She is a bit on the countryside. A little country, a little city. Combination of the both. We're going to be talking with her tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Over the next couple of hours, we're going to get to know about where you come from, which is actually not here.
Exactly.
You, like me, are a transplant,
Yes.
but you've made it your home. And you're making music here. So we'll talk about that and what you've been doing so far. You've been involved with a few different projects that are kind of notable. You had a chance to do some stuff with American Idol. Mm-hmm. You've had that opportunity. You've also done some overseas touring. Yes. And I think I saw that you were involved, or at least your music was involved with a movie, the Lincoln Park movie.
Yeah. He used one of my songs for Mall is the movie title.
They actually, Joe Hahn from that band actually directed a movie. So you have been out doing some shows here and there?
Yes.
Traveling? Where all have you been traveling to?
Well, we have been doing shows in, Northern California, Southern California, where I'm from. We'll be doing a festival opening up for Bo Bice in Tullahoma.
Okay.
So that's in September.
So you have a full plate of things. You just the fact that you have downtime to be able to talk to us is amazing at this point, right?
Yeah.
Well, she is going to talk to us about all of that, some of the appearances and things, how she ended up getting the opportunity to work with Bo Bice, too, because that kind of plays into all of it. We'll have that tonight as part of our discussion, and you've brought a guitarist with you to do a little playing for us.
I did. I brought Daniel Newell to play guitar for me.
We'll get him to get out the guitar, and you'll do a little singing for us later as we talk with Alaina Blair tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. I think it was Led Zeppelin who thought it was cool to go to California. You've done the opposite. You're coming from California.
Yes, sir.
We're talking with Alaina Blair tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. How do you decide I'm going to just pack up and go and move from California to Tennessee?
This is definitely where I've always seen myself ending up, coming out here doing shows and really making it happen, I think is why I wanted to come out here, I guess, is because I wanted to fulfill that dream.
I think I referenced Zeppelin, but you more along the lines of like Alan Jackson, that whole chasing that neon rainbow thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you are in the country style more than anything. How did you decide I want to do country music? What led you there?
I grew up just loving country. I listened to it with my mom, and then I'd listen to like Rod Stewart with my dad. And so kind of between the two, country kind of won my heart. But I do love Rod Stewart like a lot too.
You're not alone. There are a lot of people out there that fall into that category.
My first concert was Rod Stewart actually. And but yeah, I grew up just loving genre, just loving the stories in all the songs. And I mean, by 5 years old, I had Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under down. And, totally
Shania
appropriate
fan.
for a 5-year-old, right? So,
oh, yeah. Yeah, that's of all the Shania songs.
Yes. Yeah,
that's good one.
The one. and so I just grew up. Actually, my grandpa built me a stage in my backyard when I was 5. And so it just kind of the performing monster was born, and I just never wanted to get off of it. And I had some really great friends who would let me stay on stage, and they would sit in the seats out front.
So while most people were playing tag, you were busy playing star performer, and your friends were enjoying the show.
Yeah, we would put on little plays, and I would have my mom make programs and everything, and I loved it. And we'd line up the chairs in the backyard. And actually, I recently visited, and I went back and I was like peeking through the fence to see if it was still there. And the people who live there now tore it down. So a little sad, but.
Well, these days you've got an actual
but now we have
stage
real stages,
that you get a chance to go out on. And you had a chance to be on quite a few big stages.
Yes,
you actually landed American Idol. You were on the final season.
Yes, I was able to be a part of the farewell season, which was amazing. I made it to the top 75. It was pretty exciting to be 75 out of
That's actually quite the accomplishment.
I think
I was going to say, you had thousands of people that wanted to be a part of that last season. I think it got probably more attention than it had in a while.
Oh, definitely.
So everybody wanted to be part of that last grab for the brass ring.
And it was a really great experience too. I pretty much had all positive feedback from all the judges, and they were just so sweet, and it was amazing to be able to just sing for them and get to meet them. It was really awesome.
You were able to bring some of your own music in because you do have your own music. Yes. In fact, how about if we get to one of those, Loving You? Where does that one come from?
That was actually the first song that Daniel and I wrote together. And I had already finished recording what I thought was going to be all of the songs for this album. And then we wrote this one and we're like, oh no, we got to add that one too. And so it just barely made the cut for the album. And it's a real fun love song.
It's Loving You. It's Alaina Blair on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. We've had a chance to hear one of her songs already and get to know a little bit about Alaina Blair. We're going to learn some more as we continue tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. She is our in-studio guest. You could be, well, not exactly in the same chair, but maybe the one next to it. Next week, you could be on this show. All you need to do is contact us. Rock937online.com has all the details. No stranger to doing the interview thing. I think before we started, we talked about whether or not you've done some. You've had a chance to do, you did American Idol, and you've had an opportunity to go travel overseas, too.
Yes. That's probably one of my just favorite things I've ever done is being able to tour with Armed Forces Entertainment and support our troops. And with it, be able to see some amazing places. I've been able to swim in the Red Sea because of these tours, which is something I never really imagined myself doing. But it was really fun. But that was when we got to go to the Mediterranean. And so we visited bases out there. We went to Jordan, Turkey, and Egypt. Ooh, I almost forgot that one. I was like, what was that?
Well, you've had a chance to travel the world and work with that organization, but you also have done some work a little closer to home. You worked with Wounded Warrior?
Yes. All of our allies from all over the world who do have their Wounded Warrior programs come and compete. And so every year I get to welcome them to San Diego and sing as just like a little like, hey, like enjoy your day of your first day welcoming and celebration of being here at the Marine Corps Trials, and just do a short little set in the middle of Little Italy, and it's a really fun time.
So it's a standing engagement. You've got you're basically, I was going to go with spokesperson, but I guess spokesinger probably fits.
Well, I did it for I've done it for 3 years so far. This year actually I didn't get a chance to do it because we had a prior engagement. It's really cool. It's really cool to be able to meet all these people from all over the world. Being able to cheer them on and make them feel welcome is really cool. Doing that,
you've been involved helping with the troops, getting to tour overseas in support of the Armed Forces Entertainment. Of all those experiences, how has that impacted how you write your song?
I think that the biggest thing that I gained from those experiences is perspective. You know, being overseas and being able to see, like, there's so many moments that have really just stuck with me. And I think anyone who's ever done touring with Armed Forces Entertainment, USO, any of the organizations that allow us to go support our troops, you learn how these people are overseas defending our country, and they're just so thankful to have FaceTiming to see their kids at home, or they miss the birth of their first child because they're deployed. And it's just amazing how just us going over to sing a song really just makes such a big difference in their day, in their time over there, just boosts their morale, helps them get through it. And just like I said, like having the FaceTime there, and it's these little things that I think we take for granted. So I think just in everything that I write, everything I do, I just always keep that perspective in mind.
Well, we've talked about how perspective impacts your songwriting, but you actually have something else that impacts your songwriting. That would be your partner.
Yes.
You have somebody that helps you do that. Yes. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to get to some of your music. In fact, we're going to let you do one in studio for us as we continue with the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Tonight, we're on the countryside of things with Alaina Blair on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Alaina, you're originally from California.
Yes.
now call Nashville home? Are you situated there? Or?
I'm in the process of being able to call Nashville my home 100%. Right now, it's like a 50-50.
Well, you can call it your home. There's a
I can call it anything, right?
You can call any place your home.
I definitely want to call it beautiful, and I love this place. But yes, I can call it home too.
That's pretty much how I fit in with the Tennessee thing. I think it's a perfect place, and there's so much music that surrounds us. And you, of course, have picked around Nashville. A lot of great music up around that area, not just of the country flavor. There are a lot of great songwriters up there. You've had a chance to work with a few. Yes.
I actually become really good friends with Jane Bach. She has written hits for Jada Messina, Reba, a lot of big names, and she's just the sweetest person ever. I did actually a writer's round the last time I was in town with a guy named Phil Barton. He's written a lot of hits, but one of my favorites would be, it's a song called Woman Like You. Lee Bryce cut that one.
Well, you kind of are going in the route of the likes of, Pat Benatar, well-known singer, has a silent partner that most people don't. Her husband, Neil, is her guitarist. You kind of have something of that relationship. You're a guitarist and you write your songs together.
Yes.
Not so much the relationship part, but the songwriting aspect. Yes. How long have you two been writing music together?
It's been a while.
A couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple years.
Introduce him proper.
Okay, this is Daniel Newell. He's
Hello.
my guitarist, co-writer, partner in crime.
Hi. How are you guys?
How many songs have you two written together?
You take this one.
Probably around pushing 10, maybe 10 or 12 songs together as of now.
So how did it start? Were you just like, I can do all the singing, I want somebody to help me finish out the writing part? Or?
Well, actually, it kind of, it all started with Loving You. But I had this idea. I went to Daniel and kind of saw what he thought about it. And he's like, okay, how about this? And he just starts like playing something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. It's like you're reading my mind. And it just kind of kept going that way, I think. But I mean, every song is different with how we start it, and then how it ends up, and then everywhere in between. It's always a different process, but it's definitely a true 50-50 effort.
Did you meet him here or out in California? Did
in
you
California.
come with her?
Yeah.
So you came with her for this?
Yes.
So you guys are kind of, again, it kind of goes back to that whole, he does the guitar part, you do the singing part, works out nicely.
Yeah.
It works out great. Yeah. I mean, it's not so hard to write guitar parts to the way she sings because it's very melodic and it makes a lot of sense harmonically to me. So yeah, it's a very nice mixture between the both of us.
So the two of you have a very nice little collaboration that takes place as far as putting it together. In fact, how about if we see how that collaboration sounds now? We've got a little song that you're going to do for us. This one's called Simple Things. How did this one come about? Well,
kind of along the same lines of Loving You. I mean, we both had ideas. I think it started with a voice memo that I had sent to him on my phone. I'm just like, hey, I had this idea. What do you think? And I sent it to him, and he sent it back with guitar to it. And I'm like, perfect. Okay, let's finish it. And then, he came over, we finished the song, and then like, all right, time to go to the studio, like to record. And then we ended up adding that one to the album as well.
It's a good one.
Here's how the finished product sounds. It's Simple Things on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7.
I miss the simple things. I loved you and you loved me when those words didn't have to be so hard. And I remember what we talked about. Yeah, we had a life all planned out. Travel the world, have a big old house. Yeah, it just seemed right, and it still sounds nice. The perfect kind of restless, not a care in the world. We were loving reckless. Lit a fire in our eyes, never been so high as then. No, yeah. I thought it would keep on shining, but like a strike of lightning, no love like that, gonna come back here again. Sometimes I just sit back, I try to picture where you're at, and baby, I'm just hoping that you're thinking about me too, 'cause I keep thinking about you and the perfect kind of restless, not a care in the world, we were loving reckless, lit a fire in our eyes, never been so high as then, no, yeah. I thought it would keep on shining, but like a strike of lightning, no love like that, gonna come back here again. So when it's good, just hold on, 'cause when it's gone, it's a long, long gone. If you feel it, just let yourself believe it. The perfect kind of restless, not a care in the world, we were loving reckless, lit a fire in our eyes, never been so high as then, no, I thought it would keep on shining, but like a strike of lightning, no love like that, gonna come back here again. It was the perfect kind of restless, not a care in the world, we were loving reckless, lit a fire in our eyes, never been so high as then, no, yeah. I thought it would keep on shining, but like a strike of lightning, no love like that, gonna come back here again. No love like that, gonna come back here again.
We've been talking tonight with Alaina Blair on the 9 o'clock news, local edition here on Rock 93.7. You have got how many albums recorded?
I currently have one album available.
Where do you have that available at?
It is on iTunes. You can find it on pretty much any digital distribution site. You can find it on my website, alainablair.com, or you can just come to a show and get your own physical copy.
That's the best way to do it.
I think that is the best way.
And we talked about earlier, you've got a lot of appearances. You've got some that are going to be, I think Arizona was mentioned. Mm-hmm. You're going to be in California, but you will be around here at some point too. So.
Yes, we have actually a few shows coming up. We just played Listening Room and Belcourt Taps, and we're going to be back at Belcourt Taps on the 18th at 5 p.m. and so we're really excited to be playing there. We're also going to be playing at Two Old Hippies, and
is that actually a place?
That is a place. It really is.
It's
I promise. I looked it up. I have a bunch of friends that play there, and
it just sounds
I'm
like
really
somebody
excited
who's got a lake cabin, and they're like, Two Old Hippies, come on by. We're gonna have a great show.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool though. It's a nice little I think definite conversation starter.
There's a simple way to find out where she will be. Go to her website. You got links up there, and of course, you post things up on Facebook. A lot of people do that.
Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm really good at Instagram.
Do you do some of these?
YouTube? I'm on YouTube, yes.
I just figured if Grandpa's built you a stage when you were little, you probably had already tackled the YouTube stage.
I'm on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube as regularly as I should be, but if you subscribe now, there's going to be so much new music coming on YouTube, you won't even be able to handle it. But
there's too much social stuff. I can't keep up. Just go to the website.
Exactly. Just
AlainaBlair.com.
Exactly.
All the links you need are right there. Go check that out. Catch some more of her music. Get your hands on a copy of the album. She says the best way is
Which you should too.
To go to the show. Oh, thank you.
Sure
there's my
my
copy right there. It's Alaina Blair. Thank you for talking with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a conversation with Alaina on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7.